just to start living. Good riddance, goodbye, sayonara. All the times I kept it real, she my good karma. Finna turn her to a wife, not just baby mama. For real. Man, I think I'm in love. This time I mean that shit. It's never been like this. Man, I think I'm in love. This time I mean that shit. It's never been like this. Man, I think I'm in love. Do you love it? Do you mean it? Do you love it? Do you think you really? Man, I think I'm in love. Do you love it? Do you need it? Do you love it? Do you think you really? Man, I think I'm in love. Do you love it? Do you mean it? Do you love it? Do you think you really? Man, I think I'm in love. Do you love it? Do you need it? Do you love it? Do you think you really? Man, I think I'm in love. Man, I think I'm in love. This ain't AI, but I'm like AI. 40 mil on the deal, stepping over niggas. Yeah, you know the shit. My bitch ain't no bitch, she ain't nothing to fuck with. Realest in the room, type you falling in love with. She got that Holly Berry body, getting money, gon' do your thing. Drop her real low, throw it back, let it boomerang. My pretty thing, she can get whatever, call me Pootie Time. Make her pay for it, you know money ain't a fucking thing. And I'm just me and this bitch, two-stepping to the bank, flipping that shit. I got hot. Yeah, they hate to see me coming, got them hot. I'm the one, you know that I run it. Yeah, I'm hot, so cold, I'm never cooling down. I'm hot, 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 hot. Yeah, they hate to see me coming, got them hot. I'm the one, you know that I run it. Yeah, I'm hot, so cold, I'm never cooling down. I'm hot, 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 hot. Girl, you hot like a sauna in the wintertime, fine. If he ain't spending money, then he wasting your time. I'm Mookie Betts at the bed, yeah, I hit it every time. And when I'm in that shit, she like, put it up, rewind. She got that Fantasia on, baby girl, gon' free yourself. You fucking with a real one, now gon' be yourself. My pretty thing, she can get whatever, call me Pootie Time. Make her pay for it, you know money ain't a fucking thing. And I'm just me and this bitch, two-stepping to the bank, flipping that shit. I got hot. Yeah, they hate to see me coming, got them hot. I'm the one, you know that I run it. Yeah, I'm hot, so cold, I'm never cooling down. I'm hot, 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 hot. Yeah, they hate to see me coming, got them hot. I'm the one, you know that I run it. Yeah, I'm hot, so cold, I'm never cooling down. I'm hot, 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 hot.
This ain't what you used to. We came to fuck it up. Yeah. If you want to get down, come on and fuck with us. Man, we make it hot.
Run. Raptors jumped out to an 8-4 lead, but now it's the Cavs by 2. And Jonesy to keep an eye on Scotty Barnes on the bench 4 minutes into the game. 6 points, 2 assists, but more importantly, 2 fouls. And he is getting an early rest.
Well, and that's something we talked about with guys like Harden and Mitchell and how you go at them and maybe put them in foul trouble. Well, Cleveland has put Barnes in foul trouble with a couple of not great calls. The last one against Scotty was a pure personality call, and I'm sure kind of almost like a soft technical by Carl Lane. Scotty complained not getting a call. Boom, on the next trip up court with marginal contact, there's a foul. Like I said, that's the soft technical. You know, that's the punishment. That's the be quiet. And it has larger ramifications because it puts Scotty on the bench in what I call one of those pivotal fouls.
Yeah.
The second foul in the first quarter. The third foul in the second quarter. Those are pivotal calls, and the Raptors are going to have to play through it.
Shed across center for the Raptors. Max Strus has come into the ball game now for the Cavaliers as well. Brandon Ingram's got the ball. B.I. back over to Shed on the near side. Faked the pass, got in the lane, took the bump, got the bucket. As it crawls over the rim, it looked like it was going to be short. And Jamal Shed
legs,
gets
baby.
the friendly roll. The legs indeed, Jonesy. We're tied at 13.
On the pregame, we talked with Amit Mann, and Amit said, are you confident in Brandon's ability to be an elite playmaker? Sometimes the elite play is the simple one. He was doubled way out near center, gave it to Shed. Your point guard decision maker gets into the lane and gets a bucket.
Unfortunately, Shed misses the free throw. We're tied at 13, 6:50 to go. Opening quarter. In the lane, a little leaner floater, a lefty goes for James Harden. 15-13. Cavs go back on top by 2. Here's Ingram on the near side, working against Strus into the lane, goes far sideline to Walter. Jacoby now beating Harden off the bounce to the 10, lay it in, went right at Mobley and got it to go.
Well, and that's the thing. Go at Harden. He's not going to defend, but make sure you can finish because they do have shot blockers out there.
Harden's got it again on the perimeter right now. It's Ingram in front of him. Allen sets the screen. Harden gave it up to Allen, who had the ball knocked away by Pirtle. It looked like it might have gone off Allen before it went out of bounds on the baseline.
Raptors really have to do a better job right now.
Darko's talking about that right now.
They got to do a better job in the screening action. The way they're putting Pirtle, especially with Allen being a good roller, getting into the lane.
10 on the shot clock. Harden gets it in to Merrill. Hands off to Allen. 1 foot inside the arc. And away from the ball, we got a foul going against the Cavaliers. A turnover will give it to Toronto. It's going against James Harden.
Yep, pushing the back against Jamal Shed. Kind of a soft call, but maybe the referees knew that they missed something and were, what do we say, Eric? Ding dong? Mary Kay, get your makeup out?
It's Avon calling.
Avon calling.
Here we go. 15 apiece. Raptors have a chance to go back on top as we approach the midway point of quarter number 1. Shed wrapped up out on the perimeter, but fights to keep the ball alive as Merrill got his hands in there, and Shed got it back. Pirtle now has it. Far side. Was looking to give it up and instead tried to go to the bucket. Spun through 2 defenders. Coughed up the ball, got it back, finds Murray Boyles. Of too much of a rocket pass over the shoulder to Pirtle, goes ricocheting off Yak out of bounds, and the Raptors turn it right back over.
Right idea by Pirtle to eat up the space because they're playing off him. And then anybody who sees Harden in front of them, that's an automatic drive. CMB should have just gone for the finish.
Harden just crossed up Shed, got into the paint, kicks into the corner to Wade. Little hesitation. He gets into the lane. Goes out on the far wing now to Merrill. 3-ball. Missed it. High for the rebound. Murray Boyles. Raptors dodge that bullet. Here's Ingram. Far side. B.I. trying to work past Wade. Into the lane. A double clutch. Fouled as he got to the tin. And to the free throw line will go Brandon Ingram.
Well, really nice job there by Toronto. At the defensive end, they did a nice job in the stop. Murray Boyles with the rebound. And now, Ingram goes to work. He was very careful not to hook as he did a nice job of going into the chest of Jared Allen. That's Toronto playing with a little bit of pace, Eric, although the fast break points 0-0 right now.
Each team with 3 turnovers as well. Evan Mobley's going to come back into the ballgame, and checking in for the first time will be Sandro Mamukelashvili. So Mamu comes in. We'll clean up the lineups on both sides in a moment. B.I. on the scoreboard for the first time.
This is where plus-minus, I think, is deceiving. Pirtle's a +1. I don't think he's been, quote, that effective or impactful in the game. But he's done enough to help the Raptors hang in.
With no points and 1 rebound.
Right.
B.I. hits the second free throw. Raptors jump on top 17-15. It's Ingram, Shed, Walter, Murray Boyles, Mamukelashvili, Mobley, Harden, Merrill, Strus, and Tyson. Jalen Tyson coming into the game now for the Cavs as well. Strus over to Harden. Well above the arc, near side. Now straight away. Picked up on a switch by Mamukelashvili. Harden at center court. Now back toward that arc. Trying to shake Mamu on a couple of dribbles. Sidestep, 3-ball. James Harden goes down. Cavs lead by 1.
Well, that's a rhythm 3. Mamu did a great job of challenging, but that's something that Harden's done in the gym a lot by himself.
Harden's got 7 to lead all scorers. Here's Ingram over to Shed. Near sideline. 3-ball, no good. Long rebound comes out to Strus. Across center, Max Strus. Bounce pass to Merrill. Can't handle it on the near side. It ricochets off Merrill. Out of bounds. Raptors get the ball off the Cleveland turnover.
What's concerning right now is not just the 7 points with Harden leading everybody. He's got 3 assists. That leads everybody too. So he's getting everybody else involved in the party.
Raptors do have 5 assists on their 6 made field goals. So they are moving the ball themselves right now. And away from the ball.
Jalen Tyson holding Brandon Ingram like a grudge. Man.
And meanwhile, you've got Evan Mobley right behind complaining about the call. It's clear as day he's holding on. Clear as day.
Brandon Ingram has Cleveland tattooed backwards in his chest.
Ingram tosses it in from the near sideline to Mamukelashvili. Sandro trying to work against Harden. Back over to Ingram, far side. Pull up, mid-range jumper. Foul, falls to the floor, no call, but got the bucket to go. Mid-range B.I. from 13 feet gives the Raptors a 1-point lead.
Here's the Mobley-Ingram matchup we talked about.
Handoff to Strus. Back rim, no good. Long rebound. Tracked down by Shed. dips around Strus, down the floor, lost the handle, gets it back, waits for his team, stops at the elbow, bounce pass to Murray Boyles, off glass and in with a lefty hook. Raptors lead by 3.
Won't count as fast break points, but early transition for Toronto. I thought Harden might have even bumped Shed on the drive.
Harden back right now, driving into the paint, took a bump from Mamu, missed the floater, then trying to go for the rebound, hit in the head, falls to the floor. Fans don't like it. Raptors come away. They got numbers 5-on-4. BI, right to left, cross court, open look. Jacoby missed it. Rebound tapped by Murray Boyles over to Mamu. Second chance opportunity. BI 3, no good. And Murray Boyles battling with Mobley, knocks it out of bounds. It's Cleveland ball.
The pace much better, right? The last 2-3 trips, Eric, Harden, a guy that normally likes to handle the ball, like he got into the lane, initiated the contact, good no call by the officials. It goes up and down. Harden not a factor there. He was actually taking his time getting back on defense, and now he goes to the bench.
That would have been a big possession for the Raptors to go up 5 or 6 right there. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize. It's 21-18. 3:30 to go opening quarter. Here's Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell, to a cutting Mobley under the tin. That should be a charge, but was Shed above or below the circle? I'm waiting for the call here. It is going to be a foul on Jamal Shed as Mobley caught it, and yep, the heels were just above, or excuse me, just below that commitment circle. And now actually when I look at the replay, real close.
Yeah.
Lucky for the Raptors though, Mobley right under the tin missed the layup after taking that contact, so it's not a bucket and one, it's just 2 free throws as he goes to the stripe and knocks down the first one.
We've got, Eric, I've been tracking since Scotty Barnes has been off the court. The Raptors still winning 10-9 since Scotty went to the bench.
And he just steps onto the floor right now, Jonesy, coming back in late first quarter with 2 fouls. So Darko trying to trust his all-star here. Certainly Scotty can ill afford to pick up foul number 3 in quarter number 1. 21-19, Raptors leading by 2. 3:25 to go opening quarter. Second free throw, Mobley knocks it down. The Raptor lead is 1.
We'll track what's going on with Cleveland now with James Harden sitting on the bench. They're actually winning by 2.
Harden still the leading scorer on both sides with 7 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, resting after 8 minutes of action. Jacoby Walter on the near side above the arc. It's Ingram. The youngster Tyson against Ingram, who gets into the lane, takes the bump, and takes the foul as he elevates. He's going to go back to the free throw line. All right, youngster. That's Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Time to buckle in.
And it's interesting. You heard the groans in Rocket Arena about, oh, not a foul. Hey, man, your dude does that all the time.
That's going to be foul number 2 on Jalen Tyson.
Well, the thing is, Cleveland probably has a lot of bodies that they will throw at Ingram, but it's not like Ingram hasn't seen this before. And the Raptors, listen, you can't leave food on the table. 2 of 4 from the free throw line. You cannot leave food on the table.
Yep, B.I. just missed the first one. Jonesy mentioned 2 of 4. That's the team stat. B.I. individually 2 of 3. Here's the second free throw of this appearance. And that one rolls around and goes down. Not clean, but hey, it went in. They don't ask how, just how many. 3 of 5 now the Raptors as a team. B.I. is 3 of 4 individually, and the Raptors lead by 2. 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. Here's Mitchell. Driving straight down Main Street, kicks into the near corner. Merrill got a good look at a 3, missed it again, down low. Strus couldn't squeeze, out of bounds off his fingertips. It's Raptor ball with 2:55 to go in the quarter.
Well, and that time, kind of more conventional play. Mitchell in the lane, kick out to Merrill. And if you're closing and making it tough for those guys, I know they're good three-point shooters, guys like Tyson and Merrill, but this is the playoffs. Raptors do have the ability to kind of corral them a little bit. I think those percentages might dip.
We will take the break. Raptors leading 22-20. First quarter action on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca. Over to Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles on the perimeter. Doesn't seem like he's sure what to do with the ball right now. Throws it into some coverage to BI far sideline. Raptors took a long time just to get into this. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ingram, couple of up fakes, turns, fires, and knocks down the tough shot over Tyson. Man, bailed the Raptors out on that one.
Professional scorer, baby. That's what that was.
Mitchell sucks in 2 defenders, kicks it out to Strus. Into the lane. Floater crawls over the rim and goes. It's back down to 2. The Raptors leading 24-22.
Not a familiar shot for Strus. I'm okay with running him off the line and forcing him to take that.
Murray Boyles into the paint, goes right at Mobley, cut off. Kicks back out up top. Scotty Barnes, 3-ball straight away, goes down.
Wow.
How about Barnes? Another triple.
Didn't think he had his feet set correctly, but able to make it work.
A north side 3. Scotty's got 9, all of them from the perimeter.
Raptors 4 of 8 from distance.
27-22. Mitchell into the lane and reaching in, slapping at the ball, but getting some forearm as well was R.J. Barrett. No bucket, though, so 2 free throws. And I'll tell you what, I'll take that, Jonesy, because he did get beat on the bounce, RJ, but no freebies. Make him earn it, and Mitchell's going to go to the line.
Well, Toronto doing a nice job on the previous possession on the inside out. Murray Boyles, he's got that old man strength for a kid who's 20 years old, and I'd like to see him use it more. Like, he could have gone into the chest of Mobley there, cut him a key to the weight room, backed him up, and then laid it in, but good kick out. I think they've programmed him as a youngster, and that's probably the way he is, too. Like, we know him. He likes to pass, to facilitate. He's been told when you get the offensive rebound, take a look. It's a good time to get a 3 and kick it out. So that programming of him has worked pretty well all year.
Mitchell knocks down both free throws. Donovan Mitchell, 5 points in the ball game on 1 of 3 shooting. That was his first trip to the stripe. 1:40 to go. And away from the ball, another Cleveland foul.
Jalen Tyson wearing Brandon Ingram like a $42 suit.
Well, and not in a good way, Jonesy. That's going to be his 3rd foul. He's going to have to come out of the ball game, I'm sure.
What do you mean? Does a $42 suit ever look good? Can you pull it off?
I can pull off anything, man. Come on. Come on, especially those places that we've seen in Cleveland, some of those guys. Remember back in the day that one in Milwaukee?
You are not buying me one of those suits. I will not be caught. I might be dead if I wear one of those.
You don't think you could rock the orange or the lime green or something like that?
Folks, Eric Smith's fashion sense when he sees some of this stuff, I mean...
And what's my line? If you'll wear it, I'll buy it.
Well, the late Craig Sager would be proud of them.
So, indeed, Tyson is coming out of the ball game, but the bad news is Brandon Ingram just missed another free throw. The Raptors, as a team, 3 of 6. Second free throw. Missed again. And the Raptors can't track down the loose ball. In fact, it's going to be a Mamu foul on the near sideline. Ingram just 3 of 6 at the line. The team 3 of 7. Raptors can ill afford to give these up, Jones. They've got a 3-point lead. It could easily be 4, 5, or more right now.
As I said to you, you can't leave food on the table. You can't. And in games like this, getting to the line, putting the team in bonus, you've got to take advantage of every opportunity. Raptors rarely, Eric, on, as I say it, and I've said it many times over the year, rarely on the right side of a free throw differential. They're 15th in the NBA at 23 free throws a game. So when you get 7 in the first quarter, you got to knock those things down.
And unfortunately, that foul on Mamu chasing after that loose ball against Merrill was the 15th foul. Merrill goes to the line, knocks down both. Raptor lead is cut down to 1. Ingram through traffic, bounce pass underneath of Murray Boyles. Wow, tough catch and finish right under the tin in a whole lot of traffic. There's that strength.
Yeah, kid's got great hands. He really does. He's got great hands, and Ingram had to get deep into his box of tricks to break Dean Wade down. Very physical with him, but he did a really nice job, and that's where the penetration helps. It wounds your defense because you're able to dish it to a big guy. That's what Harden does so well for Cleveland. But what it really does is just dramatically kills your rebounding, because when that ball goes up on the glass, your big guy's engaged trying to block a shot or help somebody else. So good job there by Harden to identify things. or by Ingram to identify things.
After those free throws, though, Cleveland immediately got down the floor in a hurry, and Sandro Mamukelashvili, trying to stop the charge, ends up fouling Sam Merrill, who goes to the line, knocks down 2 more, so it's back down to a 1-point game. 29-28, Raptors on top by 1 as we're just about into the final minute of the opening quarter. Raptors shooting 65% in this opening frame, but it's just a 1-point lead. Here's Ingram near side. He's got Wade on his hip, elevates, jumper up and in, mid-range. BI does it again. He's got 9.
Hey, can we as the Raptors keep Sam Merrill off the free throw line?
Donovan Mitchell, step back triple near side, ties the game at 31.
Good
he was
individual
cut
move,
off
yeah.
by Walter, but
Good individual move. That's just better offense.
42 seconds ago into the lane. Shed with a leaner, too strong, back rim no good. Merrill with the rebound, and he holds on to the ball despite the prying hands of Murray Boyles. Cavs with a chance to take the lead here into the final 30 seconds of the frame. Max Strus into the paint, off glass, bucket is good. Cleveland does indeed lead by 2.
Well, paint points again, Cleveland. You run guys off the line, you got to stop them in the mid-range. The contested 2 is the shot you want from a guy like Strus or Merrill.
About a 2.5 differential, shot clock, game clock. Raptors going to milk this thing down. Shed with 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Dips around a screen set by BI. Bounce pass, not a great one, and a lot of traffic. Throw it up instead of down. Here's Mitchell, whips it down low to Strus, who got behind the defense. Raptors fell asleep, and the bucket before the buzzer puts the Cavs up 4. Their largest lead of the game comes as the quarter ends. Not a great finish for Toronto, Jonesy, in the final 30 seconds.
Jamal Shed turned that over, and if you're a point guard, when you get into the lane, you have to be looking to score first, right? Like when you leave the ground or you get into the lane, when you're in there, look to score. If something else develops, then you can dish it off. But you penetrate, you get into the lane. The idea is, as much as there's drive and kick going on these days forever around the NBA, and it's become such a trend, you got to look to score when you're in there. He had a 10-footer. He tried to give it up for a 3-footer. Take the 10-footer.
We'll take the break. Cavs leading 35-31 at the end of one on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network. Cleveland, arguably the best defensive player in the National Football League, Myles Garrett, trying to rally on the Cleveland crowd in between the first and second quarter. Raptors start with the ball. Barrett into the lane. A lot of contact, no call. Crashing for the rebound was Merrill. He can't squeeze. It goes out of bounds, so the Raptors will keep the ball. 9 on the shot clock, with, again, Toronto trailing by 4.
Not going to get a call. Don't play for one.
A.J. Lawson into the game for the Raptors to start the second frame. Barnes inbounding to Murray Boyle's wide-open jumper. I don't know what Cleveland was doing. They let him have it, and CMB knocked it down.
They were in a zone. Murray Boyle set the screen, and the screener's always a guy who's going to be open.
The former Raptor Dennis Schroeder into the game. Keon Ellis out there for the first time for the Cavs as well. Mitchell tried to cross over CMB, pokes the ball away. Picked up by Barrett off the turnover. Down the floor, RJ strong to the 10, fouled by Mitchell. And it's going to be 2 free throws for RJ Barrett. And Donovan Mitchell is down in a heap on the floor. I'm not sure if it's his face or if it's a foot. He's got his right hand over his face.
He got hit in the face on the drive by RJ, and he wants it reviewed for offensive foul. Dude, you jumped up and bodied the shooter. That's like a guy breaking into somebody's house, slipping on the floor, and then suing them because the floor was wet. Come on.
I'm sure some places that's actually allowed.
It has happened. That's why I say it. It's happened. And people are upset because RJ was leading with his elbow. Hey, he's trying to protect himself.
Jonesy, can I slide out the soapbox in the playoffs?
Slide it out and make sure it's got 2 platforms for both of us.
Because I'll let you continue to talk about the play itself. We're going to get the official word here in a second as Tony Brothers steps to the mic. All right, so let's keep it here for a second. We got lots of time to take our commercial breaks. The problem I have with this is I know Mitchell was down on the ground. He's probably hurt. It did cause him some pain getting hit in the face. Whether foul or not, it did cause him some pain.
You fouled the guy.
But by the time he finally gets up off the floor, now he walks over towards his bench. Now the Raptors are getting set to shoot free throws. Jonesy, 40-plus seconds went by. Why was the ball not given to R.J. Barrett? Why was there that much time for Kenny Atkinson to contemplate, for his coaching staff to look at replays, to even have that opportunity? Why is it not bing bang like we see in other sports? You need to make a decisive decision. Do you want to review or not? Not just milk it and milk it and milk it and allow the officials, or the officials to allow the players and the coaches to have said time to be able to make calls like this and to ask for reviews like this.
I agree with you. But the point of it, too, is, and again, yes, I'm old-fashioned. I learned to play in a different era. That's a foul. Yeah. The guy was driving to the cup, and he got hit. Well, you got hit in the face. I'm sorry, but you fouled him. If you weren't there and you didn't foul him and he wasn't trying to protect himself, he's the offensive guy with the ball who has priority. It's not like you were there and he charged you. Yep. You were running back, too. Like, this has become an epidemic in the NBA, and I can't stand it. You know, Ingram gets called for an offensive foul on a dunk where he goes up and a guy's trying to block him, and he puts his hand out and hits the guy in the head. Like, enough.
Interesting as well is while they are awaiting the decision on the review, not that this doesn't happen all the time, but it is fairly rare. Here's the decision. I believe it's coming. Unless Tony Brothers is waiting for the TV folks to come back. He's ready to go. He's leaned over, getting a lot of camera time right now. So yeah, he is waiting for the TV cameras to come back. I was going to say, Brothers was left by himself. His other 2 officials, Sean Corbin and Brent Barnaky and Carl Lane, Jonesy, they're off to the side. Normally, you see at least one other official there.
2 people with the headset on, yeah.
So I don't know if that's good, bad, or otherwise for the Raptors that Brothers was just left by himself with the replay center, not even looking for input from anybody. That would lead me to believe that it was a bing-bang decision, but I don't know.
Well, Secaucus may be looking at it and saying, hey, that's a foul on Donovan Mitchell. Let's get back to real basketball.
Well, we'll find out in a couple of moments.
Stop with all the... Everything's in the NBA these days. There's flopping and acting, and it's all there.
All right, Brothers is set to go.
After review, Mitchell is going from A to B on the drive to the basket and makes illegal contact with the offensive player. The subsequent contact to Mitchell was deemed incidental. Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful. Cleveland loses their timeout and the ability to challenge the rest of the game.
So that's huge. Cleveland does not have a challenge the rest of the game, and they're only 36 seconds into the second quarter.
But didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
You're moving, you're not there. Tony Brothers with the Red Fox, Fred Sanford, they apprehended the suspect who was stealing the information down at the corner, and Red Fox looks at the cop and says, "Well, they busted the cat that stole the stuff down there."
Barrett just missed another free throw, knocks down the second. Hey, Tony Brothers old school, Jonesy, the perfect ref that you for sure would want in that situation.
Yeah, like that was a foul. Like that's an argument in the schoolyard.
Raptors trail by 1 after missing yet another free throw. Merrill for the Cavs, back up to Schroeder, out on the far wing to Ellis, handoff to Mitchell. On the far side, shot clock down to 6. Mitchell trying to go against Barrett, gives it up to Schroeder. Late in the shot clock, Schroeder into the lane, leans in on Mamu, and as a late whistle comes in, it's going to be an offensive foul away from the ball with Mobley.
Yeah, he tried to set that Gortat screen, that kind of moving screen going to the basket with a guy driving behind him, and he nailed A.J. Lawson.
So the Raptors get the ball and a chance to take the lead as Barnes will bring it across center. Scotty, with 3 triples in the game, has 9 points. He and Ingram leading all scores. Mamu to Barnes in the near corner. Scotty with Mobley in front of him, gives it up to CMB, back over to Barnes on the near sideline. Gonna have to go. Shot clock down to 5. Driving past Mobley, beat him to the tin, up and under, missed the layup.
CMB had a mismatch on Keon Ellis. I'd have gone into the post to that, if nothing else, to draw a double.
Now Schroeder driving on CMB, but Colin Murray-Boyles again with one hand. The Raptors went after the rebound, didn't squeeze, and cough it up onto the baseline, giving the ball right back to Cleveland.
He did a great job, CMB, moving his feet, challenging the shot by Schroeder. Got everything you wanted except the rebound. Floor's pretty spread here. You got to protect the paint if you're Toronto.
35-34, Cavs leading by 1 with the ball on the baseline, inbounding Mitchell out on the perimeter to Mobley, trying to work against Mamu. Here's Evan Mobley. Couldn't shake him on the dribble, gives it back to Mitchell. Far wing, 3-ball up and clean for Donovan Mitchell.
Duck behind the screen. Darko really upset that there wasn't the switch and smother by Toronto.
38-34, Cavs by 4, matching their largest lead of the game. Barrett driving far side, got toward the paint, and instead of elevating, he tried to pass, and it was picked off by Ellis. Turnover Raptors. Ellis to Mitchell, near side, splits defenders into the paint. Misses on a reverse layup attempt. Raptors get the stop. It was CMB again.
Yeah, his defense has been really, really good. It has been all year.
So the Raptors dodged that bullet. Barrett nearly had his pass picked off again. Gets the loose ball in the perimeter, though. RJ's got it over to Barnes. Barnes trying to work against Merrill. Mismatch. You got to take him. Spread out and go. Here's Scotty going at Merrill. At the elbow. At the line. Double team. Fouled as he tried to pass out on a reach by Schroeder. And the Raptors will get a fresh 14.
I like that. Identify the mismatch and go at it. RJ, again, what did I say, Eric? When you get into the paint, you got to look to score first. And then go downhill from there in terms of passing to somebody close to the basket, kicking it out. When you get into that painted area, look to put that ball in the cup.
James Harden checks back in now for the Cavs. Pirtle back for the Raptors. The Barnes at the free throw line. Turns, fires on a one-hand shot. No good. Looked like he kind of rushed that one. Didn't really have his feet set, and it was an awkward release for Scotty as the Cavs come down the floor. Raptors just saw Donovan Mitchell pick up a foul. A.J. Lawson, Johnny on the spot, trying to work against Mitchell, and he is called for the push-off, and we're heading back the other way.
Great job by A.J. Lawson. Got close enough. Mitchell pushed off. Mitchell also stepped on his left foot. So for all the and one and schoolyard people, they're like, oh, you knocked him down. No, he didn't.
That's the second foul on Mitchell. Shed back into the lineup now for the Raptors as he weaves into the paint. Kicks into the near corner. Lawson, 3-ball, no good. Pirtle down low. Had the ball.
Mobley.
And it's going to be Mobley again with the foul. As Jones, you call it out. That's his second foul now. Crowd starting to buzz. Doesn't like it. Fouls piling up early in this frame for the Cavs as well. We're only 2 minutes, 50 seconds into the quarter. It'll be sideline out of bounds for the Raptors on the far side. 14 on the shot clock. Barrett will throw it in to Mamukelashvili.
Next one puts him in the bonus. I don't know if that's good or bad right now.
Barrett has it on the near wing. Pirtle sets a screen. Barrett goes around it at the free throw line. Ellis on his hip. Turns, fires. One-hand floater. Goes for RJ.
Get into the paint. Look to score. The pass is secondary.
38-36. Raptors cut it to 2. Mitchell straight away. Lawson in front of him. Trying to fight through the Mobley screen. And who are they calling the foul on this
Lawson.
time? They're going to get it on Lawson, trying to battle his way through.
That's okay. You're making Mitchell work. And Eric, as we talked about in the pregame with Amit, when your defense is good and it's consistent, it's relentless, it's on a guy all the time, it wears him down and it gets into his head like, man, I gotta fight this guy again.
Schroeder tosses it into Mitchell. Pass back out to Mobley. Mobley cut off by Pirtle. Yak holding his ground, but Mobley still got there up and under, misses the layup, and the Raptor defense stands tall. Across center comes Barrett. 8:35 to go second quarter. RJ on the near side to Shed above the arc. Shed picked up by Keon Ellis. Calls out the play with the left hand, waving that finger. Dips around a Pirtle screen into the paint. Lost the handle. It was poked away and goes off the feet. And Shed has not been great with the ball so far in this game, Jonesy.
Yeah, he's got to do a better job of looking after it. Decision-making, too.
Raptors trailing by 2, had a chance to tie or take the lead on that possession. Underneath the 10, and right at the rim, Mobley was met by A.J. Lawson. Take the foul, and I don't mind that. Again, the Raptors looked like they almost gave up an open dunk for Mobley, but Lawson's going to make Evan Mobley earn it at the free throw line. Harden came around the screen and had a beautiful bounce pass through Pirtle and Shed to the cutting Mobley. It was a great pass from James Harden.
It's clear that Cleveland's game plan is to put Pirtle in actions and then force the Raptors to rotate around them.
Mobley at the line. The first free throw goes in. The Cavs have yet to miss at the stripe. They are a perfect 11 of 11. Evan Mobley now with 5 points in the ball game, but maybe more importantly for the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell off the floor, and he was walking back right now to the Cleveland locker room. Maybe he's going to have to check that nose or check the chiclets. Maybe it's just a bathroom break. We'll find out. If we have anything to update, we'll let you know. Mobley just missed the second free throw. I'll take credit for that one, the reverse jinx, as the Cavs are no longer perfect, but they lead by 3, 39-36. Barrett in the lane, kicks out. Shed, open look, far wing. Deep triple goes down. We're locked at 39.
RJ getting in the paint, collapsing the defense, what he does best.
7:50 to go here in the first half. Amit Man comes up with the halftime show. Mobley has it above the arc. Over to Harden. He's above the arc. Dips around the Mobley screen. Into the lane. Lobs it up. Oh, a thunderous alley-oop dunk over Pirtle for Evan Mobley.
Again, there it is. They put Pirtle in the action. And
Barrett just turned it over on the other end. Harden down the floor. Bumped by Shed. No call. Wow. Raptors might have got away with one down the floor. Barrett hadn't even got back to center. And as he got toward the 10, the ball was knocked away. But it's going to stay with Toronto as it's off Cleveland. Raptors will have 19 on the shot clock.
I thought the Raptors got a little bit of a break on that one as ball might have gone off RJ's foot. But again, they continue to put Pirtle in actions in the middle of the floor. And it's paying dividends for Cleveland.
Raptors now with 7 turnovers. Shed's got 2. Barrett's got 2. Barnes has got 2. Toronto trailing, though, by only 2 as Shed inbounds to RJ right under the 10. He blows the layup. I mean, he was right at the rim. A rare miss for RJ, especially from where he was. That could have tied the game. Here's Harden at center court. Dipping around an Allen screen. Now steps into a 3. Misses. And Brandon Ingram snags the rebound. He'll bring it across center himself toward the near side. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Here's Ingram. Over to Shed out on the far wing. Shed guarded by Schroeder. Finds Pirtle above the free throw line straight away. Now inside the arc. Pirtle holding the ball a long time. Gives it up to Shed. Shed dips around the yak screen. Free for an open jumper. Rolls off the rim. Jared Allen secures the rebound.
Pirtle's got to be more of a look to attack. I know he play makes out of that high post. They're giving him lots of space. Eat some of it up. Force the defense to pay a little attention to him before he makes a play.
Here's Schroeder. 3-ball for Cleveland. No good. Down low. Raptors couldn't squeeze. Jared Allen got toward the 10. He faked left. Came back right. Allegedly fouled. And bug-eyed is Jakob Pirtle saying, I didn't touch him. Where's the foul? And Jared Allen's going to go to the free throw line.
I thought it was more. It looked like a travel to me more so than anything else on Allen.
It might have been. Looked like he kind of just lost his footing as he spun. And that may be why Yak Jonesy is complaining, because he's saying, hey, he tried to pivot and spin, but he pivoted and lost his footing. That's why he was out of control, not because I hit him.
Eric, you and I spoke with one of our supervisors of officials as we're about to take a break. And we always lament the way the travels are not called. The next time I see a travel called in the NBA, we're going to go buy lottery tickets.
So Jared Allen misses the first free throw. We've got his second free throw and much more to come in the second quarter, with the Cavs leading 41-39 with 6:33 to go in the first half on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and
touchdown. I'm grinding every day. I'm even grinding when the sun down. I let off 22, they started running Derrick Henry. I know they was surprised, they ain't think I had it in me. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. Put me in the game, coach. I'm going for a touchdown. I'm grinding every day. I'm even grinding when the sun down. I let off 22, they started running Derrick Henry. I know they was surprised, they ain't think I had it in me. I move like the president, I keep a savage with me. Ain't no falling off over here like I'm Drizzy. I'm married to the game, we talking rings, I got plenty. Bust my down in all diamonds, called Benny. I'm addicted to a check just like a cigarette box. I stay on TV screens like Sean Fox. Motion, I got so much that you can't even stop. After 8 late, you should've been pressed plot. Audemars on my wrist, doing TikToks. I came in the game to stay, I'm the king of hip-hop. If you wasn't with me at my lodge, you can kick rocks. I went AMG, I ain't nothing like your last guy. I'm the one they call in 3 minutes in a halftime. You grown still acting like a kid, it's past your bedtime. My main focus on the daily basis is to feed mine. My main focus on the daily basis is to feed mine. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. Put me in the game, coach, I'm going for a touchdown. I'm grinding every day, I'm even grinding when the sun down. I let off 22, they started running Derrick Henry. I know they was surprised, they ain't think I had it in me. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. I'm married to the game, married to the game. Put me in the game, coach, I'm going for a touchdown. I'm grinding every day, I'm even grinding when the sun down. I let off 22, they started running Derrick Henry. I know they was surprised, they ain't think I had it in me.
First of two before our commercial break. On the other side, the Raptors, no players in double figures, but BI's got 9, Scotty Barnes has 9. Raptors shooting 54% as a team, but again, trailing by 2. Toronto, Jonesy, 7 turnovers in the ball game. Cleveland with 7 turnovers as well. It's pretty much a dead even match across the board. The one thing that stands out at this point, free throw shooting. Cleveland has outscored Toronto 11-4 as the Raptors are only 4 of 9.
Yeah, that's a big deal right now. Like I said earlier, you can't leave food on the table. The Raptors doing a nice job from behind the arc, shooting 50% at 5 of 10. Cleveland, 4 of 11. It was one of the things that the Raptors had to have been, quote, concerned, unquote, with Cleveland's three-point shooting in terms of where they were in the season, top 10 in makes and attempts.
Out of the timeout, Donovan Mitchell is still not on the floor for the Cavs, but he is back from the locker room and on the Cleveland bench. Jared Allen misses the second free throw, so 0 of 2. So the Raptors dodge that one, trail by only 2, and have a chance now to tie or take the lead as Jamal Shed comes across center, finds Jakob Poeltl, who again is not showing any sign of wanting to go to the tin, and then at the last second he did decide to turn and go and missed a wild floater.
Well, he's got to be a little more aggressive. If not, get into the tin, stop, and shoot his little push shot. See what you can do.
Harden back for the Cavs, trying to get his way through Shed and Pirtle, but the traffic there, hands all over the place. Raptors knocked the ball away. They thought that Harden might have touched it last. They're not winning that argument, so it's going to stay with the Cavs 11 on the shot clock. So Toronto failed to capitalize on the opportunity to tie or take the lead. Now they're trying to limit the damage right here.
They've done a good job recently of slowing James Harden.
Cavs shooting only 2 of 8 this quarter. The Raptors 3 of 9. Neither team playing fantastically in the second quarter. Step back triple goes in for Harden. That was good defense, a better shot.
It was, and if you're Scotty, you don't want to pick up the third foul with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. So contest and shake his hand.
Largest lead of the game for the Cavs, it's 5. Matches Toronto's largest lead. They were once up 5 early in the first quarter. Pirtle to B.I. Baseline jumper near side. Missed it down low. It's all Cleveland.
It's a good look, though. Nice action. They cleared out the near side and let Ingram go to work.
Here's Schroeder over to Harden. Jacoby Walter in front of him. Now on a switch, Harden picked up by Ingram. B.I. riding that right hip of Harden. Shot clock down to 8. Harden looks up at the clock, still above the arc. Trying to shake Ingram. Going to step into another 3 or not. Now he's driving on Ingram at the free throw line. Late, gets it off and misses and got nothing, no rim, nothing. And that's Brandon Ingram with the D.
And he knew that Scotty Barnes was to his right. You could see him put his left foot forward and say, if you're going to beat me, it's to your strong hand where I know you want to drive. And I got a all defensive candidates sitting there to help me out. Harden twice tried to go that way and then had to come back. And when he finally did, the shot clock was down. Great team defense there by Toronto.
Raptors down 5. They have dipped all the way down to 50% from the floor. They haven't shot the ball well in the second quarter. Can they respond right here? Yes, indeed. On cue, Jamal Shed with the triple in front of the Cleveland bench. Raptors cut it to 2. 44-42. 4:44 to go first half. Harden over to Ellis. Open look, far wing. Bucket and a foul. A 4-point play potentially coming for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Keon Ellis came off the screen, and Raptors didn't have the communication there. Shed got caught. He was standing in the lane. And as he tried to get over, that's what the problem was. Interesting that Ellis took off behind the line. Shed was contesting, but Shed was in front of the line. Ellis landed on him, but got the foul call. That's something I've always wondered. I know you got to protect an airborne shooter, but at what point is a shooter responsible for some of that airspace?
Ellis misses the free throw, so the lead stays at just 5. Barnes back in the lane, turns, fires, and a right hook, no good. Had great position against Strus, and then battling for the rebound down low on the baseline. It goes off Cleveland. Initially, it looked like the call was going against Toronto, but Brent Barnaky taps his chest and said, no, it's Toronto ball. Raptors down by 5. Again, Barnes with a golden opportunity. It looked like that thing was going to go, and it just rolled off the rim. Scotty stuck at 9 points. Leading scorer for the Raptors is actually Jamal Shed after that triple not that long ago. Donovan Mitchell comes back into the ballgame. Keon Ellis will sit down. Pirtle bobbles the inbound pass and coughs it up. Back the other way we go. 8th turnover of the game for the Raptors. And down low, under the 10. Oh, great job by Yak to get back and pick up a huge block shot on Jarrett Allen. Looked like Allen was going to easily lay it in, and Pirtle came out of nowhere for a huge swat. Here's Ingram trying to shake Strus. Spins, fires, mid-range. Jay is good for Brandon Ingram.
I thought he had a better matchup initially against Harden with the side clear, but went to work, mid-range killer, Brandon Ingram.
After that 10-footer, BI's now got 11. Raptors trail by 3. And away from the ball, it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Ingram trying to battle against Mobley. And that's going to put the Cavs on the free throw line.
I think you've got to guard the pin downs three ways. 3 things need to happen. There's got to be ball pressure, and the man who's guarding the screener has got to offer just a modicum of help, just a little bit of help in terms of like a deny, a help and recover. If it's a guy who's not really a shooter, or Strus is a good shooter, step back, let the guy go underneath, because the pass still has to get there for a catch and shoot, and maybe you can be there in time with the ball, but you can't just let the pin down happen in isolation and the guy guarding the screener not be part of it.
3:51 to go here in the first half. Raptors now trailing by 4. It was actually Max Strus going to the free throw line. And Strus knocks down both now to push the lead back up to 5. It's never been higher than 5 for either side. Raptors up 5 in the first quarter. Cavs now with a 5-point lead here in the second quarter. Colin Murray-Boyles back into the game. Left-hand pass to Brandon Ingram. Turns, fires, and knocks it down. B.I. is starting to heat up. He's got 13 to lead everybody. A 15-footer is good. Raptors down 3. Mitchell in the lane. One-hand floater up and in. Vintage.
Yeah, did a good job with that right hand of pushing RJ out of the way on the drive.
Back up to 5. The Cleveland lead. Barrett on the perimeter. Over to CMB straight away above the free throw line. Down on the left block to Barnes. There you go, Jonesy. Barnes turns and fires his shoulder into the chest of Mobley. Says, come on, man, let's go.
Hey, Evan, here's a key to the weight room.
Back down to 3. Little seesaw battle. Raptors trying to keep it close here with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Raptors done a nice job the last 2 offensive sets targeting the smaller players on Cleveland.
Harden into the lane. Running floater goes. Raptors didn't stop the ball there.
Well, he turned the corner on the screening action and got right downhill.
2:45 to play first half. Barnes bounce pass to Walter on the perimeter. Now on the sideline. CMB 3-ball no good. Confident shot there, just couldn't knock it down. And the Raptors had nobody underneath in terms of rebounders. The Cleveland lead is 5. A 2 or a 3 would give them their largest lead of the game right here. Harden's got it. Trying to shake B.I. on the dribble. Ingram not biting. Harden to Mobley on the baseline. Now driving into the paint. And to the tin with a thunderous left-hand dunk. Went right at CMB and Barnes the helper.
Yeah, he did a good job, Mobley. He's done a really nice job on that play.
He's got 9 in the ball game for the Cavs. Cleveland leading by 7, largest lead. Jacoby Walter missing the triple. Dangerous time right now. Late first half. Raptors don't want to fall down by double digits. It's 7 right now. Step back triple. Mitchell, no good. Rebound goes to Toronto. Raptor fans in Cleveland holding their breath on that one. Didn't want to see Toronto go down 10. Near sideline. Barrett 3-ball busted. Huge shot for R.J. Barrett.
Big shot for Barrett and a big possession for Toronto. The game is settled into a pace that's not great for the Raptors right now.
55-51. Cavs leading. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Donovan Mitchell working against R.J. Barrett. Crossover into the paint. Jackknife pass. Back out on the perimeter. Harden contested 3. Busted. It goes down for Harden. Jacoby Walter hand in the face. Didn't matter. As Harden now has 15. The backcourt of Mitchell and Harden combining for 28 of Cleveland's 58. Ingram pinned towards center court. Beating Strus. And a very late whistle. I mean, extremely late. Jonesy, Tony Brothers on the near sideline blew the whistle saying that Ingram stepped out of bounds after B.I. had beat Strus and B.I. was at the elbow. He took 2 dribbles and then Brothers blew the whistle. And he didn't step out of bounds. We just saw the replay.
I wonder where he saw that.
He did not step out of bounds.
Wow.
A huge break for the Cavaliers here with a 7-point lead. I don't know what happened there. Harden, 3-ball, no good. Ricochets off the side of the rim into the Raptor bench.
Well, no damage done if you're Toronto, but still, that's taking away a possession from them that could have been.
The timing of the call was brutal, let alone the fact that it was completely inaccurate. 45 seconds to play in the first half. Raptors down 7. Shed over to Barnes, driving near side, going at Mobley again. Couple of head and shoulder fakes. Elevated, missed the shot. Man, I don't know if he was trying to go glass or not, but Barnes misses from the near side on a 12-footer. Would have cut it to 5. Instead, the Cavs again with a chance to go up 10. Strus 3-ball, there it is. Cleveland leads by 10 with 25 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, the penetration on the last couple of possessions has hurt Toronto. The drive and the pitch out by Cleveland and finding shooters.
Raptors have scored only 20 points in this quarter. Barnes into the paint, hands off on the baseline to Pirtle. Back to Scotty, back out on the perimeter. R.J. Barrett 3-ball, huge triple for R.J. Cuts it to 7 with 3 seconds to go. Mitchell with the heave from his own 3-point arc. No good. and a massive, massive bucket for R.J. Barrett late in the half. Cuts it to 7 at the break.
Yeah, Toronto kind of hanging in. They've got to be aware of the three-point shooting by Cleveland. That is picking up right now. And containing the ball is the best antidote for that. Contain the ball. Try not to give a drive and kick opportunity.
61-54 is the score. The Raptors down 7. When we come back, Amit Mann will take over with the halftime show. Then Jonesy and I will return for the second half. It's Game 1, Cavaliers and Raptors, with Cleveland leading 61-54 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
rebounds to the Cavaliers 24. So that's fairly next.
I don't even know what I get in your head. Seeking your attention, but simple instead. Cause I hope you look my way, but no, you didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Feeling every day like I'm going insane. Cause you and I are something I wish for every day. So I hope you look my way, but yeah, you didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Cause I know I am nobody to ya, and it feels just like you want me to go now. But I hope you slow it down, hope you slow it down. Cause what I really need
together. There's nothing better than us together. Oh, don't you know, when I'm away from you, I move so slow. But soon enough, you'll be here. Flying on a plane, riding on a train, thinking in the rain. Anything, shopping for shoes, drawing cartoons, howling at the moon. Anything. It's a party when we're together. A super party, just hanging out. It's a party when you're around. There's nothing better than us together. There's nothing better than us together. Oh, baby girl, you're the one for me.
The paint, keeping the dribble alive out on the perimeter. Hands to Wade, back to Mitchell. Back to Wade on the perimeter. On that far wing, back to Mitchell. Now on a switch, he's picked up by Ingram. Shot clock down to 6. Mitchell jabs at Ingram a couple of times, drives, leans in, and picks up the foul. That should be an offensive foul.
No.
Ingram stood his ground, and Mitchell buried the shoulder.
Blake Murphy and I were just talking about this in the hallway at halftime. The defense has a right to play defense as well. He leaned in, initiated the contact. Like, that is the NBA these days, though. The offense gets everything. Everything. Mitchell, nowhere to go against a taller, more angular, athletic defender. And all he did was lower his shoulder and bounce back, and he gets a call. There are some old school guys out there like me that are just laughing. Eric, you would not get that call in the schoolyard. You'd be laughed off the court.
62-54.
And I know people...
I wouldn't be, but...
Well, the game has changed. It's evolved, Jonesy. Yes, it has, and that part of it, for the worse.
Both free throws go down for the Cavaliers. It's now a 9-point lead. Cleveland has taken 10 more free throws than the Raptors and made 11 more. Turning, firing, bucket, no good for Barnes. Got right into the paint, elevated, and could knock down the shot over Evan Mobley. It rattled 2 rims and popped out from 9 feet.
That's a good shot, though.
Mobley in the near corner, trying to beat Barnes to the baseline. Scotty cuts him off, holding his ground as Mobley gets into the paint. Trying to drive to the right, back to the left, turns, fires, gives it to Allen, floats up a one-hander. Cleveland leads by 11, largest lead of the game.
Maybe a little overhelp there by Pirtle. Barnes had him locked up. Don't leave your guy.
Barrett to Yak, inside the arc. Pirtle, couple of dribbles out toward the far side, just stops his dribble, and now hands to Barnes, to B.I. underneath, ball knocked away by Wade. Raptors turn it over. 10th turnover of the game. Not a great start to the third for the Raptors. In the lane, running floater, no good for Donovan Mitchell. The putback jam for Wade puts Cleveland up 13. Timeout, Toronto.
What did I say about penetration, what it does to your defense and rebounding? Pirtle had to come over. As I said, in the third key there, you got to contain the ball at the point of attack because everything flows from there. Lobs, dump downs. They miss the shot. The big guys come over to help because the ball wasn't contained. Turns their big guy loose on the board. A really critical time here for Toronto.
It's a 6-0 start for the Cavaliers to begin this third quarter. They've built the lead up to 13 with 10-12 to go in the third quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
At Tangerine, we know you can never be too
Girl, I see that you want it. Driving eyes wide open, oh yeah. But you wanna turn and walk away, go talk to me. That's all I wanna. Don't you call me Casanova. I'll give you the promise of love. Trying to get to know ya. I can give you the word, I can give you the word. Send the air aroma. 'Cause I don't wanna have to watch you go. Call me Casanova.
I'm going to point to the defense, and Toronto's got to do, like I said, a better job of containing the ball. That's been one of the big things. When you go back, Eric, to a minute and a half left in that second quarter to this point, it's a 15-5 run. So
here's Barnes in the lane, near corner. R.J. Barrett, wide open triple, no good. I mean, nobody within almost 10 feet of R.J. He had a couple of big threes to close out the Raptor offense in that first half, but couldn't knock that one down. Raptors now staring down the barrel of going down 15 or 16 right here. Harden has it, carrying the ball as he gets to the baseline, near side. Cut off, bounces the pass to Wade, far corner, up top to Mobley. Good look at a three, goes down. It's a 16-point lead for the Cavaliers.
Bad start to this first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter.
Here's Shed to Ingram, fake the pass in traffic, fouled by Wade, and Brandon Ingram's going to go to the free throw line. So that stops the bleeding for now. Raptors have not put anything on the board in this third quarter, and we are over 2.5 minutes into the frame. Ingram will try to change that right here.
What happens on Mobley's three? Penetration by Harden. Raptors have to help, have to rotate, can't outrun the ball. You're in the blender, and Mobley has a good, wide-open catch and shoot, basically a practice shot from up top. Got to contain the ball. It is the most fundamental tenet of defense, the three elements. Stop the ball, be ready one pass away, and then be aware on the help side. Those are the three. But 2 and 3 come into play only after one breaks down.
Ingram knocks down both free throws. Raptors trail by 14. Jakob Poeltl checks out of the ballgame. Colin Murray-Boyles coming in for the Raps. Here's Mobley on the perimeter, near side, trying to work against Barnes. Cut off at the baseline, getting into the paint, going to his right, coming back left. Barnes was right there, and Evan Mobley with a strong take, still got the bucket to go.
Really good move, really good move. He was probably activated in a one-on-one personality way by Barnes' defense.
Barnes now going against Mobley on this end. Triple. Scotty, no good. He was perfect before that shot. 3 of 3, missed it.
Settled for that one. Held the ball a long time. I know the jab steps got him into rhythm, but you can't settle right now if you're Toronto. You've got to be in attack mode.
Raptors down 16, 8:40 to go here in the third quarter. Harden trying to shake Barrett. Leaned in, used that arm, pushed off, missed on a step back down low. Murray-Boyles battled with Allen. Allen couldn't squeeze, nor could Murray-Boyles, and it ricochets off to the far sideline, and it's going to be off Toronto.
Murray-Boyles taken down on the rebounding attempt by Allen. But a nice job with the defense on Harden.
Still a 16-point lead for Cleveland. Harden, baseline, into the near corner to Wade. Wade trying to go at Ingram. Back out on the perimeter to Mobley. Up fake, elevates, tried to get the foul, missed it, and missed everything. And again, Scotty Barnes right there.
Scotty did a great job. Mobley faked him. Scotty jumped, but didn't jump toward him, jumped away from him. And that also proved to be like a contest on the shot as well. Mobley looking for the foul.
Raptors down 16. No field goals in this quarter thus far. Barrett to a cutting CMB, and Colin Murray-Boyles lays it in.
Right, no settle. Paint attack, good things happen.
Raptors outscored in the paint 28-16. Good to get 2 right there. Shed crossed up by Mitchell at center court. Driving past Barnes to the tin, lays it in. He got past Scotty, and there was no other help coming.
Now, Scotty was kind of the last line, and then, you know what? Can't take that foul right there.
Scotty had 2 early in the first quarter, hasn't had any since. Barrett driving far side, leans in on Allen and gets the friendly roll.
Played through a lot of contact to RJ, and again, I love the last 2 possessions, not settling. Let's see if they can pick up the defense right now.
Raptors still shooting 50%, but they're giving up 54 to Jonesy's point. Got to dig in on D. Here's Harden trying to work against Ingram. Turns, spins, fires with a lefty release, missed it. Allen down low, battling with CMB, and it goes out of bounds off Toronto. Murray-Boyles saying right away, to review. He's confident that it's off Cleveland.
You know, we talk about the contact, Eric, initiated by the offense. James Harden's leaning in with that little chicken wing, and they're not calling it, but when he doesn't put it out and he's bumped, he's embellishing the contact to get the call. You got to look at the replay. E, what did you think?
I think it was actually off CMB.
Yeah.
And in fact, we saw a shot of the Raptor bench and Eric Corey, former head coach of the 905, with his thumbs down saying, no, don't review it. So the Raptors opt to not review. Far corner, Strus, good look at a three in front of his own bench. Rattled around, popped out, and came straight back down and through the tin. It's a 17-point lead, largest of the game.
Can't settle on this possession. Got to get a paint attack.
Raptors getting outscored by 10 in the opening 5 minutes of the third quarter, and Toronto just turned the ball over.
Sloppy turnover by the rookie. This is not a game in February. You can't leave a behind-the-back kind of drop pass for Ingram. You have to be sure and positive with the ball. It's like money. Don't be frivolous with it.
Raptors with their 11th turnover of the game. They averaged just over 13 in the regular season.
And again,
for
Eric,
the game, and we're not even at the midway point of the third.
Again, that's turnovers, key number 2.
Strus across center, hounded by Barnes, gives it up to Harden. Harden, fake the pass into the paint, near corner to Wade. Over to Merrill. Merrill into the paint, back out on the perimeter. Strus, deep three ball, far wing, goes down. You got to be kidding me. Max Strus has put it up to a 20-point lead.
Now the bench giving Cleveland really good minutes. Max Strus, 17 on 6 of 7, 3 of 4 from distance.
Ingram, hounded by Strus, now gave it up to Barnes on the far wing. Over to CMB, back to Ingram on the sideline in front of his own bench. Trying to get away from Strus at the far elbow. A couple of up fakes, turns, fires, bucket, no good. Back rim, rebound to Wade. Raptors down 20. It could be more right here.
Well, they've stopped their ball movement and player movement right now. A lot of ISO on that last trip. Go back to your personality. Keep moving the ball. Keep moving people.
Harden cut off by Barrett. RJ standing his ground. Harden still with the ball. Going to step back into a three ball. Missing. Rebound to Scotty Barnes.
I like that. Toronto enticing the one-on-one.
And then Scotty throws it way too far ahead to CMB, who couldn't save it on the baseline. Cavs back with numbers. Harden on the near sideline. Whips it cross court to Merrill. To Strus. Down Main Street to the 10. Lays it in. It's a 22-point lead. Cleveland destroying Toronto in this third quarter.
Well, we talked about it. What were some of the X factors going to be? Some of those guys, right? Merrill, Strus, Jalen Tyson, those guys that are kind of Dean Wade, those guys that are not major parts of the offense, but feed off the rest of the offense, and that's what's happening today.
It's 82-60. It's gotten out of hand in this third quarter. The Raptors have to find a way in a hurry to punch back. Got to pause for the cause. With 5:37 to go in the third quarter, it's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
At Tangerine, we know you can never be too
Went into the breakdown 7, but it was a solid ball game. But in the opening 6.5 minutes of this third quarter, Cleveland is absolutely blitzing Toronto, opening up this 22-point advantage. They have already outscored the Raptors 21-6.
Eric, I'm looking at the shot chart. Cleveland 32-18 in the paint. They're 4 of 6 in this quarter in the paint. And the Raptors have, unfortunately turned it over too much. And they're settling for jump shots when they're not turning it over.
Jones, interesting right now. I understand substitution patterns and needing a breather and everything else, but I'm not second guessing. I'm merely asking the question. You're down 22 midway through the quarter. You come out of the break and Scotty Barnes is on the bench. Barrett driving into the paint. Layup is good. Took a shot to the face as well, checking the chiclets as he's going to go to the line for a three-point opportunity.
Well, you're putting some energy in, you hope. Some guys who can maybe, stem the tide, turn the momentum.
And is it a matchup thing? Mobley's resting as well, as is Mitchell, so you're trying to get rest while they're down?
Yeah, maybe that's part of it. That's a good point, Eric. But you're looking for a lineup now to kind of turn things around. I mean, you look at who's on the floor for Toronto. They got a pretty good defensive group on the floor with both Jacoby and Jamal Shed, and you need to contain the ball. That's what it's about.
Barrett, the leading scorer now for the Raptors, with 16, one off Mitchell, 17, 3 off Strus, who's got the 19 to lead all scorers. Coming off the bench for the Cavs, Harden in the lane. Tried to pass out to the perimeter, deflected by Walter, then off the hands of Tyson. Turnover, Cleveland, Raptor ball.
Better contain of the ball. Harden forced to pitch it out.
Yep.
Jacoby didn't overhelp and sink too far to the level of the ball. He gets a deflection and a turnover.
82-63. Barrett's got it again, driving toward the far side. Cut off by Merrill, but he's going to try and back down on him. Turns, fires, kicks the pass back out to Shed. Knock it down. Triple from the north side.
Paint touch. No just settling for a jump shot. That's RJ's thing. Gets into the paint and does the damage for you.
Raptors on a mini 6-0 run, and they're going to call a foul on Jamal Shed holding on to James Harden.
Of course, they saw the second one because Harden pushed him off, and when Jamal tried to get back into position, we got the replay here.
We're looking at it, folks. Harden with the arm bar hooking on to Harden, or excuse me, on to Shed, and then Shed got up and did catch Harden underneath, but
sure
not before.
But he was thrown to the ground.
Not before there was a foul.
He was thrown to the ground by Harden's right arm.
Yep. And they're going to look at this one now.
Yes, this is a good time to use the review if you're Toronto because you're trying to turn the momentum. Normally you would save, like I say, my philosophy is I wouldn't challenge till the fourth quarter, but what Toronto is saying, watch our guy get put on the ground with a push with two hands, and then when he gets up to try to get back into position, he hit the guy in the face, but you missed the first one.
I hope I'm wrong, Jonesy.
There is nothing that meets the level of a flagrant foul. Therefore, there would be a common foul on the play against Toronto.
So they weren't even reviewing Harden.
The Raptors did not. I don't think the Raptors reviewed at all. The officials were reviewing because they were trying to protect James Harden.
They were reviewing for a flagrant foul, but they didn't see Harden push Shed to the ground.
Which goes back to your initial point where we thought the Raptors were actually challenging, and perhaps they should have. They're in the midst of a 6-0 run. They've got it from 22 down to 16. You're looking for any kind of sign of more momentum. Maybe the ball in the possession is of the utmost importance right now.
At that point, yes, Eric, correct. I agree.
4:45 to go. Cleveland with the ball. Shed just wiped out in the screen. Apparently not illegal as we play on. Strus back to Harden. Shot clock down to 5. Harden now picked up by Ingram. Harden step into a 3-ball. Far wing goes down. Man, that was tough.
Tough shot over Ingram. Guy's a shot maker.
His 4th triple of the game. He's got 18 points in the ball game. The lead climbs to 19 again. Barrett back in the lane, leans in on the youngster, misses the layup, but Tyson just picked up his 4th foul. Should have been an and one.
Should have been, Eric, right? I always say that, like the double play ball.
Yep.
Guy on first, hard hit ball right at the shortstop. The pivot doesn't go. The second baseman doesn't get the footwork properly, and you get one out as a speedy runner beats it the first, but that should have been a double play. That should have been an and one. I love the fact that RJ, though, has become the guy to handle the ball, get it into the paint, and not just settle for jump shots straight away. On the kick out, it's fine. Get to the line, that's fine too.
And Barrett makes both free throws, 85-68. Raptors, after going down by 22, trying to scratch and claw here.
Hang around just enough to make them nervous. Maybe you put together a run.
Oh, Pirtle with the steal on Allen, picked off the Strus pass down the floor. Yak is hit by Strus. Great job. Great job by Yak.
A great job by Pirtle. That's one where, because I didn't think there was a play on the ball by Strus, he knew that he had given the ball away. He just went straight for Pirtle and grabbed him. Arm around him, like that was not a play on the ball.
They're not calling clear pass.
I know.
Jakob Pirtle heads to the free throw line, scoreless in 17 minutes, has only attempted one shot, and the first free throw goes down. He's finally on the scoreboard.
This is the point, Eric, like you said, chip away, hang around long enough to make them nervous, maybe put together a little run. You talked about with Scotty Barnes on the bench, Eric, they've responded. This unit has cut the deficit.
And Pirtle knocks down the second free throw, so it's down to 15. Again, it was once 22. It was 82-60. Raptors putting some pressure on Tyson, who got into the lane, kicks back out on the perimeter to Harding. The running floater missed it, left it short. Pirtle with the rebound. So the Raptors get another stop. Here comes Ingram across center. Bounce pass to Barrett on the perimeter, near side. RJ, ball above his head, whips it over at the elbow. To Pirtle, fake the pass, got in the lane, gave it up. Off his leg. Turnover Toronto, down the floor, far sideline. No good on a 3-ball. Was Tyson, and then right under the tin, the putback no good for Merrill. 3-ball, Barrett, air ball, goes out of bounds on the baseline. The Raptors are getting chances here, Jonesy, but not taking advantage.
Yeah, I'd have driven that if I was RJ. And Eric, what's happened to the pace of the game?
It's turning.
Right, it's picked up, and that's helped Toronto. That last possession was an example. You run it up the court, Jalen Tyson, a good catch-and-shoot guy, but in transition, moving, didn't get a good look at it. A bucket there by Barrett on a drive would have been cool.
Could have been really down to 13 there. Instead, the Raptors trying to dig in, trailing by 15. Mitchell back into the ball game for the Cavs, as is Mobley. Mitchell has it right now. Step back. Jacoby contested, no good. On the 3-ball was Mitchell. Rebound to Pirtle. Ahead to Shed. Trying to pick up that pace again. Shed, right to left, cross court, over to Ingram. Drop it down to Barnes, backing down on Strus at the left block, turning, and fouled before his release. They're going to get the foul on Strus with 3:03 to go in the quarter.
Eric, to your point about the substitution, Scotty Barnes on the bench for the last couple of minutes. Toronto has outscored Cleveland 10-3.
Go by 7.
And have cut 7 points off this lead. Now Barnes back on the floor. Let's see if, the run has been sparked and maybe Toronto can get something going.
A lot of conversation going on right now with Donovan Mitchell. And this is, again, what I was talking about, Jonesy. Why? Give Scotty Barnes the ball. Let him shoot free throws. Why is there such a pause and a delay in action right now? You blew the whistle. You made the call. Barnes is at the line waiting. And sure enough, misses the first free throw. He's been standing at the line for 30 seconds.
Well, I'd like, like we say, 11 of 17 from the line, 6 misses. Give me half of them. It's a 12-point game.
Scotty knocks down the second one. That was his first appearance at the line. And I'll tell you, of greater concern, I guess, as well, for the Raptors overall. Scotty Barnes with just 1 rebound in the game. Does have 12 points and 4 assists. 4 turnovers.
But by fairness, though, he has been out on the perimeter a lot defending people.
Mobley in the lane, high-stepping through traffic and lays it up and in. Evan Mobley's becoming an issue right now. 6 of 8, he's got 16.
I had a matchup there that was favorable with a smaller Jacoby Walter.
Barnes going at Strus, right block, spins, passes, beautiful to the cutter. Pirtle lays it in.
Get the ball in the paint.
Might have got away with a push-off on Strus initially, too. Raptors down 14. Here's Mitchell to the 10, lays it in, had the ball knocked away, wanted a call, didn't get it. Raptors almost had a stop, but still give up the deuce. Down 16, Barnes across center. Again, looking to go at Strus.
Run, hold, run, Eric. Try to get the thing to 14, 12, 10 by the end of the quarter. And the next 2:16 would be great, but just kind of keep hanging around if you're Toronto.
Barnes again fouled by Max Strus. His 3rd foul of the game will send Scotty right back to the stripe. The 2nd leading scoring team in the NBA this year, the Cleveland Cavaliers, in the 3rd quarter. And who is number 3? The Toronto Raptors. But the Cavaliers beating Toronto at their game right now. They've handled this 3rd quarter as Barnes misses yet another free throw. My goodness.
What did I say in the 1st quarter, Eric? Can't leave food on the table.
Well, they're leaving a lot, Jonesy. The Raptors have
They've left a buffet out there.
12 of 19. Ingram's going to get a breather to end the quarter. Toronto, a ton of chances left at the stripe. 2nd free throw for Barnes goes down. Scotty just 2 of 4. Ingram 5 of 8. Raptors down 15.
Yeah, they just haven't made up any ground, Eric. They were down 13 at half.
No, they were down late at 13, Jonesy. They were able to cut it to 7 at the half, but then fell down by 13 early in that 3rd. And it just continued to steamroll. Push off by Mitchell, not called. Kicks it out to Strus. Back over to Mitchell. Driving on the far side. High stepping through traffic. Missed it. No good. And securing it in traffic was Mamu Kelishvili. Raptors get the stop. 1:40 to go. Over to Barnes out on the far wing. Trying to drive on Mitchell. Went right. Spins left. Now on the switch. Picked up by Tyson. Driving into a lot of traffic. Kicks out on the perimeter. Near side to Shed. Up top to Walter. Back over to Jamal. Shot clock down to 5. Shed gonna have to go. Down on the right block. Scotty. Into the paint, at the elbow now, turning, firing, missing down low. Pirtle couldn't get to it.
Disjointed possession, a lot of dribbling early on. Needed the ball movement.
Here's Mitchell, bumped by Shed, and then ricochets into Pirtle. They're going to call Jamal Shed on the foul against Donovan Mitchell with 1:16 left in this 3rd quarter.
I'm going to go back to my pet peeve. He uses the chicken wing, he puts the shoulder in, and then when there's a touch on him, or it's just pervasive in the NBA, a guy flops.
Mitchell inbounding from the near side, gives it up to Mobley. Mobley looking to hand back to Mitchell. Instead goes over to Tyson, who now gives it to Mitchell. Out on the far wing in the corner to Max Strus. 3-ball no good, but it comes right into the midst of Mobley, who goes right straight back up, misses the layup, and a foul called against Jakob Pirtle is going to send Evan Mobley to the free throw line.
Raptors having a bit of an issue with the offensive rebounding. 6-1 being outdone on the offensive glass. And as you said, Evan Mobley has come to life and done a really nice job. 16 points, 7 in this quarter. Looking for 8 and 9. He only had 9 points at halftime.
First free throw for Mobley is no good. Cleveland now 15 of 20 from the free throw line. The Raptors 13 of 20. So the large disparity or difference at the stripe is starting to kind of close a little bit. It's everything else. Second free throw, clean. Cleveland by 16 with a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. R.J. Barrett across center court toward the near sideline, now weaving back towards center court area. Around a screen set by Pirtle. Saw a gap, got into lane, cut off by Mobley, kicks back up top to Walter, over to Mamu, near sideline. Up fake, drive into the paint, stop, floated up, missed the shot. Barnes coming in, couldn't get to it, and it's a stop for the Cavs.
That's a good look by Sandro. He did a nice job.
Tyson saw seam, got into the lane, fouled by Pirtle, and the youngster's going to go to the free throw line.
Well, it's pretty obvious on their scouting report that they have targeted Jakob Pirtle. They put him in high middle screen and roll action. When they see him on the break, they're giving him the stop and go, the hesitation, and trying to drive by him. And, it's not like the Raptors haven't seen this all year, but they've got to do a better job with some of their pickup points, with some of their ball pressure in transition. The push ahead to Jalen Tyson, he had a running start. You've got to do a better job. And then, you got to make shots. Sandro makes that shot. Now you can set your defense getting back because they've got to take the ball out of the net.
That was the first attempt of the game for Mamu Kelishvili, who has only played 10 minutes this afternoon. First free throw was good. Second one up and clean as well. So Jalen Tyson on the board with his first 2 points, and it pushes the lead up to 18 for the Cavaliers. 35 seconds to go in this third quarter. And away from the ball, we got a foul, I believe, coming in on Max Strus. That's going to be his fourth.
What did I say, Eric, about those X-Factor guys, Strus, Tyson, Merrill, Wade? They've combined for 27 points. 3 of them coming off the bench for 25. And the bench has outscored Toronto 28-10.
Well, even Max Strus alone, Jonesy, has nearly doubled the entire Raptor bench.
Yeah.
19-10.
And listen, the guys made shots. Cleveland has done a good job of getting the ball into the paint, outscoring Toronto by 14. But when you get the ball inside on penetration, now the defense has to rotate.
Brandon Ingram knocks down the first free throw. Second one is up and clean. B.I. knocks down both to cut the Raptor deficit to 16, but it's obviously still a big one as we eye the fourth quarter coming up in about 25 seconds. Donovan Mitchell across center with 19 points in the ballgame. Mitchell on that Cavalier logo, picked up by Brandon Ingram. Shot clock down to 8. Game clock's at 14. Sidestep, 3 ball, near wing. Mitchell goes down. 19-point lead for the Cavs.
Well, they got the switch because Barnes was guarding Mitchell, and they got the switch to put Ingram on him, and Mitchell went to work.
Here's Barrett on the near side, lost the handle as he was looking to turn the corner. It's a turnover, Toronto, their 13th of the game, and 3.7 seconds on the game clock for the Cavaliers. Still a chance to maybe put a couple more on the board before we go to the final frame.
Well, at least this turnover, they get to set their defense, but still, though, they've been a little bit too loose with the ball at times tonight.
Mobley inbounding in the backcourt from the near sideline. Got it into Mitchell, who beat Barrett down the floor, and he's bumped by Mamu. Are you kidding me?
Where was that? Now, I won't even get onto my soapbox about, we're going to see the replay. Watch the running start by Donovan Mitchell, the travel when he caught the ball and didn't put it on the ground, right? It happens. That, too, is pervasive in the NBA. You see it all the time. LeBron. I mean, I can go back to the Raptors. Kyle used to do that all the time. And that's a walk, and it gives the guy a running start.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Mitchell missing the first free throw. But either way, even if he hits the second one, it's still going to be a 20-point lead for the Cavaliers going into the final frame.
A travel and a questionable call based on Mitchell's demonstrative histrionics.
And his reputation.
Yeah.
Wait a second. They were calling that on a 3-point attempt? That wasn't a foul on the floor? You've got to be kidding me.
Well, we just saw the replay. Barely a touch. Barely a touch.
He hits the second and third. And the lead is now 21. Barnes inbounding to Mamu. The heave at the buzzer goes into the third row. The Argos could use a kicker like that. So after all the work the Raptors did, they got it down to, 14? After trailing by 22. And the Cavaliers punch it right back up to 21 going into the final quarter. A disastrous third quarter for the Raptors.
It was a tough third quarter, but Raptors kind of masters of their own demise with some of the things that they did and maybe didn't do.
97-76. A huge lead for the Cavaliers. 21 points going into the final frame on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim. And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your broken bones. And be wild, 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 wild. Summer's end, and you feel that this is your beginning. Will colors fade, but it's okay. There is good in changes. Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim. And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within you.
They start with the ball, the Cavs do, in this fourth quarter. Schroeder, the former Raptor. And it ends up in the hands of Merrill on the perimeter, who buries a deep triple to push the lead up to 24, largest of the game.
Okay, let's look big picture here. The other thing this is allowing Cleveland to do is they come out with Allen and Harden on the bench, getting a little bit of a rest.
Barrett in the lane, out on the perimeter. Shed, extra pass over to Mamu. Three ball, gets three of them back. Mamu Kelishvili with his first bucket of the game.
And people will say, well, Jonesy, another jump shot. Yeah, but it came off RJ's penetration, drive, kick, swing for a practice shot for Mamu.
50 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's 179. Weaving through traffic, getting toward the tin. Nice contest there by Ingram on the shot by Tyson. Raptors going to stop. Here's Barnes into traffic. Missing on a layup attempt. Bumped by Schroeder. And Scotty's going to go to the free throw line. Barnes, 13 points in the ballgame on 4 of 12. Scotty started this game well.
3 of those 4 field goals from behind the arc, Eric.
Well, I was just going to tell you, though, Jonesy, at the end of the first quarter, Barnes was 3 of 4. So he has gone 1 for 8 the rest of the game. Knocks down the first free throw. 180 is the score. Just past the 1 minute mark of this fourth quarter. 103 to be exact, as Barnes knocks down the second free throw. Raptors playing this afternoon in game 1 without Emmanuel Quickley, still dealing with the hamstring injury. And heck, he's still not 100% with the plantar fasciitis either. Hopefully they've got him for game 2. Barrett trying to stay with Schroeder, and he can't. Schroeder just turned the corner and got all the way to the tin and laid it in.
Well, RJ initially fought over the screen, but you got to keep those feet moving to get the cutoff angle.
102-81. Barnes in the lane, far corner to Shed. Good look at a 3-ball for Jamal. Knocked it down in front of his own bench.
Spray out, catch and shoot. After Toronto has done a nice job. They're going to get double fouls between Barnes and Jalen Tyson. Jalen Tyson, like I said earlier, right? Would I use a $42 suit? Like, he's been all over Barnes. Like, he's a star player too. You need to protect him.
102-84 after the triple from Shed. Raptors down by 18. 10-20 to go in the ballgame. Across center comes Schroeder with a left-hand dribble. Whips it over on the near side, above the arc, well above the arc, to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Shed. Shed hitting a screen by Schroeder. Schroeder saying, I was there. I stood my ground. Kenny Atkinson not happy with the call. I'll tell you, that one was less egregious than the one that happened in the third quarter when Shed got wiped out by Jared Allen.
Absolutely.
You'll take it if you're a Raptor fan, though. Barnes streaking down the floor, gets down to the left block. Cut off by Mobley, back out on the perimeter to Shed. Shed weaving through traffic, keeping the dribble alive, going left-right. Now pulling it out on the perimeter. Now back down toward the baseline, running floater, no good. Use glass. I hear Jonesy's voice in my head.
You're right. You took it from me.
Mitchell on the sideline, driving to the tin. Nobody else helping out, and he went right in for a two-hand dunk. Back to a 20-point lead. Raptors had a glorious chance to get it down to 16, maybe 15, and now they just turned it over again. Barrett, miscue, looking for Barnes. Mitchell back, left-hand scoop, no good, but it ends up back in his mitts to the tin, lays it in, 22-point lead. Timeout, Toronto.
Raptors just being outworked right now. The body language not good. The confidence has sunk, and you're just trying to prevent the ship from taking on more water.
Raptors have been out-rebounded 31-21 and 7-1 on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to some of my markers, Eric. Points in the paint.
Not good.
42-22. Right? And
turnovers, not good.
Not good.
Pace, not great.
Not great. Like they played at their pace for a very small amount of time in this game. And that's what I said. What's the easiest thing to take away in the playoffs? The transition, because the music slows down and everybody dances a little bit slower, a little bit closer, and that's what's tough. Toronto has to impose that.
106-84, Cavs on top. 9:28 to go in the game on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have?
down on the left block to Barnes. Turns, fires, and beats Schroeder, plus the foul, as the Raptors take advantage of the mouse in the house, and it's a three-point opportunity for Scotty Barnes.
Great patience. They had him on the right side on the block, couldn't get it to him. Donovan Mitchell, probably an illegal defense, standing in the paint, sitting in Barnes' lap on the post-up. No problem. That's why you move the ball. You swing it to the second side. They get it to Barnes down low. The mismatch still there with the spacing good, and he goes to work.
Scotty knocks down the free throw to complete the three-point play. Raptors still down big. It's a 19-point Cavs lead with 8:35 to go in the ball game. James Harden across center court with the ball. Mobley, Mitchell, Harden, Schroeder, and Ellis. For the Raptors, Ingram, Barnes, Walter, Mamukelashvili, and Lawson, as another bucket goes down for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And Eric, this is what I was kind of afraid of when we talked in the pregame.
Nice job by Jacoby Walter to answer back off the deuce from Mitchell. A three ball for Jacoby.
Donovan Mitchell now is allowed to roam because here's Scotty Barnes guarding James Harden. In games where Mitchell turned it over 9 times in 2 games, Mitchell was being guarded by Barnes, a longer, athletic defender that forced bad passes and turnovers and maybe trying to do too much on the bounce. Toronto doesn't have that luxury, and that's why I say the Harden trade didn't assess Cleveland's ills, but they did give Donovan Mitchell some more room to roam because Toronto has to tilt the floor defensively.
Mitchell was just gobbled up by B.I.
Look at this, look at this.
It's a jump ball that B.I. controls.
The jump ball took place not even on the center line. They were standing on the wrong side of the line.
Barnes on the baseline, far side driving, went right at Jared Allen. He was fouled at the 10. It was either going to be a foul or a poster or a highlight block, one of the 3, and Barnes gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
Jonesy sliding the Smith & Jones soapbox out. That jump ball was supposed to take place at the foul line. It took place halfway between the foul line and the broken circle. Like, those are the things that drive me crazy around the integrity of the game. We're watching Scotty's free throw that he missed with guys standing on the line, not in spots where they should be, in early. It's becoming more and more of a nuisance.
17-point lead now for the Cavaliers after Barnes goes 1 of 2. Schroeder will bring it across center for the Cavaliers. A.J. Lawson in front of Schroeder, the former Raptor guard, weaves through traffic into the corner. Wade, good look at a 3, wide open. They didn't stop Schroeder. It broke everything down, and Wade was wide open.
And there we go, Eric. Got to contain the ball at the point of attack.
20-point lead again for the Cavaliers. Cleveland shooting 15 of 31 from distance tonight. The Raptors have been good, 12 of 23. Ingram bumped out on the perimeter by Ellis.
With the temerity to shake his head after he nearly pushed Ingram out of bounds. That's what Schroeder does, though, Eric, on the last possession. You talked about it, the drive and the spray out. That's his game. He's really good at breaking the defense down.
Raptors inbounding far sideline. Barnes to Ingram, back over to Scotty. Holding the ball, 1 foot inside the arc. Now going at Allen. Into the paint, look out! To the 10 with a monster jam, Scotty Barnes.
I need more of that. Raptors still trailing the paint battle a lot, but don't settle.
That quick first step from Scotty Barnes. Raptors still down huge, though. It's 18 with 6:55 to go. Can they make a muscle right now? Here's Harden. One-on-one against Brandon Ingram. Turns, fires, far side. Got it to go on a desperation heave, and the lead is back to 20. Harden's played very well today after that 9-footer, though. The Cavs don't get back. They don't stop. A.J. Lawson. And the lead is back down to 18.
Well, there was good ball movement that time, and that's something that sometimes has been lacking for Toronto, the ball movement.
Mamu just knocked the ball away from Harden. Harden taunting the Raptor bench, saying, yeah, go ahead and review. I know you touched it last. I hear a whistle, and I think the Raptors are going to review. They're going to challenge.
Darko's like, well, hey, I don't get to take it with me. We're down 18.
Yeah, with
6 minutes halfway through the quarter. Why not take a challenge?
All right, we'll make it official here with Tony Brothers.
The raising the challenge out Toronto.
All right, we'll step aside for the break with 6:24 to go. Raptors down 113-95 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have?
Navigated them chopping waters. The sailing from here is smooth and clear. You have no fear. It don't get no harder. You think to yourself where you've been. There's no more hell for you. What a fool. Navigated them chopping waters. The sailing from here is smooth and clear. You have no fear. It don't get no harder. You say to yourself where you've been. There's no more hell for you.
Tune.
Last summer in Hamilton, got a chance to see Sugar Hill Gang.
Yes, I've seen Sugar Hill Gang. I've seen Vanilla Ice at the 80s tour. I've seen them all. Eric, I've seen them all. Young MC.
Oh, yeah. Great cut by Lawson down Main Street, fouled at the 10. No, they're going to say an offensive foul. Using the off arm? Are you kidding me? Will the Raptors challenge again, Jonesy? They just won one. They've still got it. Apparently not. We're getting a look at the replay. Is it legit or not? Yeah, probably. Probably.
They've used that play a couple times. I think that's a play that you keep in the memory bank right now. And here's Scotty Barnes guarding James Harden with Donovan Mitchell off the floor.
Harden gets into the paint, over the shoulder pass to a cutting Jared Allen, who dunks it down.
Scotty went to the ground and grabbed for his right ankle on that one.
Hey, it looks fine right now as he comes back on the offensive end with the Raptors down 20, and they just turned it over. A miscue between Barnes and Ingram, and Scotty kind of looks a little bug-eyed and runs his hands through his hair, and he just looks exasperated right now.
Well, the ball pressure there by Wade on the deny. The cuts have to be precise. They have to be hard and definitive. And then the communication with the ball handler has to be there.
20-point lead. And now a foul on a hold by Mamukelashvili. Been a very quiet day for Mamu with only 3 points in 17 minutes for Sandro, one of the top performers for the Raptors in terms of the team, let alone this second unit specifically, and they're going to need more from him going forward in this series. Sandro on the season averages 11 points, 5 rebounds. Today, he's got the rebounds, but again, only 3 points in the ballgame. 115-95, Harden has it, 5:30 to go in the ballgame. Murray Boyles up against Harden, who now drives into the paint, running floater with the lefty release. Too easy.
Well, at least Murray Boyles is able to jump out and go with them. I think when you get that switch with Harden, it's got to be a blitz or try to force him to pick the ball up.
RJ driving, fouled as he elevates, and Barrett is now going to go to the free throw line with 5:16 to play.
The screen and roll with Harden has become an issue. They put Pirtle in it early in the first half. They put Murray Boyles, who I think is a better defender, in space when you switch. But that's something the Raptors are going to have to try and figure out. Is it a soft blitz where you, or we used to call it a corral, where you double team, but you both kind of just keep the guy in a certain area, and then when he picks it up, you can recover? They're going to have to work on that.
117-97.
Here it comes again.
And Harden bobbled the ball at center court, dribbled it off his foot into the backcourt. Barrett didn't touch the ball.
Brent Barnaky standing right there, looking like the statue outside of a variety store.
My goodness.
While Carl Lane had to come in and say, like, it wasn't even close. Like, RJ didn't reach for it or anything. In his defense, I'll say maybe he was watching away from the ball, but you're the lead official, not the slot official. That's you right in front of you.
Man, at least Carl Lane got it right. Raptors inbound the ball off the Cleveland turnover. Murray Boyles hands to Barrett on the perimeter. Under 5 minutes to go. Raptors down 20. Barrett weaves into the lane, misses as it goes off glass, off rim, but tapped out by Mamukelashvili. The Jacoby Walter down low to Murray Boyles. Just the second offensive rebound of the game for the Raptors, but it nets a dunk for CMB.
There was ball movement right away. The ball didn't touch the floor. And for a team that is big on assists tonight, the Raptors have 25, but
Strus, wing, near side. Another three ball for Max Strus, his 4th of the game. 16 triples today for the Cleveland Cavaliers, 16 of 32.
I'm going to give you a number, Eric, around triples.
Walter up top to Barrett. Barrett now inside the arc, over the shoulder, back out, far wing. Mamu, three ball, no good, down low. CMB taps it back out to Barrett. Good look at a three. RJ, knock it down to get 3 back.
Good offensive rebounding by CMB to keep it alive. You talked about 16 of 32. Eric, when the Raptors allow 13 or more from the opponent, 13 or more makes from 3, they are 17 and 26 this season.
Well, they've matched the Cavaliers to some extent. We'll talk about that when we come back. I want to ask you a question, Jonesy. When we crunch more numbers, with Toronto down 18 with 3:57 to go in the ballgame on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Stella, look at these gorgeous created diamond studs.
Set in 14-karat gold. Amazing, Callum.
Our mission is to get those sparkling studs on more ears.
With created diamond studs starting at $200.
The Raptors have 65. That's 11 more shots. And if you're a lousy shooter at 3 of 11 or 2 of 11, and a couple of those are threes, that's 6-8 points. That's a playoff game, right? So I would say that. I would look at the turnovers, and I'd say, well, what's the defense like?
Strus in the lane. Mamukelashvili is going to be called for a foul. He thought it was clean. He's now signaling for Darko to challenge. I say, why not at this point? You're down 18 with 3:47 to go. Why not look at it?
And with my coaching hat, I would also say, well, what are they shooting? Never mind what the Raptors are shooting. What are they shooting?
55.
Oh, okay.
And 50 from the perimeter.
Okay. Free throws about even.
They've outscored you by 18 in the paint.
Boom. Bang. Raptors only 60% of what they would normally score in the paint today.
Yeah.
It's a pretty simple game, Eric, with all the numbers that people look at, the 3-ball, hey, man, you get that ball inside, the best shot is still a layup.
Strus makes both back to a 20-point lead. He has been fantastic today. 8 of 10 from the floor overall, including 4 of 6 from distance, and a perfect 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Max Strus with 24 off the bench. That's more than the entire Raptors second unit. A.J. Lawson missing down low on a layup attempt. Ball knocked out, though, by the Cavs. They couldn't squeeze, so the Raptors are going to get another chance right here. Fresh 14 for Toronto.
Well, the Raptors will have some work to do. I wouldn't quite call it a blowout.
Walter, corner 3 ball, no good. Rebound to Mamukelashvili. Far sideline. Another second chance for the Raptors. Into the lane. High stepping, taking contact. R.J. Barrett is going to go back to the free throw line.
And James Harden, of all people, putting his hands up in the air like, where was the foul?
Just his second foul of the game, James Harden, with 22 points, 10 assists, and 2 steals.
I don't know if you would call it a blowout. I mean, it's a 20-plus point lead right now.
I'd say it's a blowout.
And there were factions and parts of the game where the Raptors did not look good.
Second half blowout.
Yeah, they always say beware the blowout in the NBA because the other team has a couple days to stew and look at film and come back. If you're Toronto, you better be doing that and be ready for Monday night.
122-103 after Barrett went 1 of 2 at the stripe. It's a 19-point Cavs lead with now under 3 minutes to go. Lawson knocking the ball away from a driving Harden down Main Street. They call a foul on Lawson. And it's going to send Harden to the free throw line.
Darko have a successful challenge left?
He does. I think he's going to take it.
Why not?
I thought he was going to take it moments ago on the Mamu foul, but instead he's going to use it right now with A.J. Lawson.
I think this one's going to be overturned unless they decide to call a ticky-tack little touch on the bump on the drive in, at which point the foul should be on the floor and then call that all the time.
2:58 to go in the ball game. Raptors trailing 122-103. The last time the Raptors faced the Cavaliers in the playoffs, it was the spring of 2018. And unfortunately, hey, I'm not the bearer of bad news. I'm just, relaying history. The Raptors were
Same arena.
Swept in that series, and in Game 4, they were blown out by 35 points.
Well,
in that ball game, that decisive Game 5, Game 4. Of course, I just said they were swept. LeBron James had 29 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. Kevin Love had 23 points. And the Raptors were led in scoring in that game. Not that it matters because they were blown out, but it was a team high, Jonas Valanciunas with 18 off the bench.
And Eric, that was the famous phrase that my little brother issued that set the world on, when he said LeBronto. But that came in a game that I think turned the series. Valanciunas had a putback to win the game, and the Raptors couldn't win it. And it became the first time in playoff history where a team had never led over 48 minutes, but won the game in overtime.
Can I tell you something as well? You and I have talked about this, and let's be clear, folks, too. I don't need to get in a fight with Jonesy or his brother right here, over something. The one thing I didn't like about the LeBronto, it was a great line, and it's stuck and it become a moniker.
They got shoes made out of it now.
No team in the East beat LeBron. It's not that just LeBron owned Toronto. LeBron owned Boston and Indiana and Detroit and everybody. Nobody beat the Cavaliers.
He made it to the finals, 7 years in a row?
I think it was more than that
in a row?
Yeah.
Like
nobody beat him,
yeah.
whether he was with Miami or whether he was with Cleveland. So that's why I just didn't love the LeBronto thing, because he owned everybody. It's going to sound cheeseball, but Lindiana or whatever. You could come up with any name for anybody, because he owned every single city in the East.
Tony Brothers, a long time on the headset with Secaucus. And again, there by himself. We'll have to find out from some of our Canadian supervisors what's going on. Here's the call, though.
After review, the ball was an one-way lead. Therefore, the challenge was successful. Cleveland had been in possession of the ball, where they were receiving the ball on the sideline. That's their second challenge. They were to challenge at the timeout.
See, that's wrong to me.
I agree.
That's wrong. I've challenged you twice. I've been correct twice. Now you're cutting me off? You're turning off the water? Look at Darko. We got to look at the monitor. He's standing there, arms folded, head slightly tilted right, really?
All right, Raptors down 19 with 2:58 to go. Cavs will inbound toward the far corner in front of their own bench. Shot clock at 4.7. They get it into Mitchell, cut off by Murray Boyles on the baseline. Tried to throw it into traffic to Allen, and the Cavs turn it over for a 15th time.
Ball don't lie.
Walter across center on the near wing. Strus in front of him. Drives. Whips it underneath. The Murray Boyles layup is good. Raptors down by 17. 2:35 to play. Interesting that the Cavaliers still have 4 of their 5 starters on the floor. Here's Mobley under the 10. Turns, fires, misses a chippy. Mamu takes it away from Jared Allen. Raptors get the ball. Whips it to a cutting Murray Boyles. Tippy toe, skips to the 10 and dunks it down.
Got away with a total walk, CMB.
Well, that's why I said tippy toe skip.
Yeah, very nicely done, Mr. Smith.
2:10 to go in the game. Raptors down 15, down Main Street. Nobody stopped the ball. And a soft two-hand flush for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, Donovan Mitchell with 32 this afternoon. And now, Eric, Coach Atkinson must have heard you and said, yeah, you're right. Why do I have starters in the game when we're up 17 and only 2 minutes to go and have this thing under control? So he's going to empty the bench and send in some of the human victory cigars.
124, 107. 17-point lead for the Cavs. Unfortunately for the Raptors, it was never close in the second half. Nip and tuck in the first half. A surge late in the second quarter for Cleveland. Got their lead into double figures. A late 3 for R.J. Barrett. Had it down to 7 at the break. You had hope. You had optimism. But a 9-0 run to start the third quarter built the lead to 16. And Cleveland never looked back. Toronto never had it into single digits after that.
No, and let's see if there's a bounce back by Toronto.
Well, Jonesy, you said beware the blowout. That last time they played Cleveland, back in 2018, the final game of the series was a blowout. But as you noted with that overtime, 2 of the 3 games in that series were a 1-point loss and a 2-point loss.
Overtime, and and
you got swept, period. You lost, no doubt.
Bottom line.
But 2 of the 3 opening losses were by a total of 3 points.
Eric, I agree with you. And that's the thing about the NBA. You know, I always have this argument with my buddies on the golf course. Well, they lost in 6. They didn't get swept. So what? You lost.
Yep.
This is a results-oriented bottom line business. Doesn't matter if you lose by 1 or a million. You lost. You don't get any points or like reward points or bonus points for next time because you only lost by 5 or you only lost in 6. A loss is a loss.
Yep. So Jacoby Walter knocks down the free throws, cuts it to 15. Cleveland turns it over in the backcourt. And then as the Raptors are waiting to inbound the ball, Trace Jackson-Davis, just as the Raptors inbound, picks up a foul drawn by Keon Ellis and gives the ball right back to the Cavs. I mean, you're not coming back to win this game, but Jonesy, heck, they had a chance there to cut it down to 12 if they actually had the possession. 1:47 to go in the ball game. 124-109 is the score. Tomlin in the game for the first time for the Cavs. Driving, goes up and under the 10. Beat Trace Jackson-Davis and got it to go. So Naquan Tomlin on the scoreboard with a bucket. 126-109. Here's Mobo for the Raptors. Jonathan Mobo into the ballgame. In the near corner to Grady Dick. Back out on the perimeter straight away. Now more toward the near side. It's Lawson driving into the paint. To the cutter, Mobo, two-hand flush, came along the baseline near side and dunked it down.
And Lawson did a nice job in the lane. What do you call it? Tippy-toe what?
Tippy-toe skipping.
Tippy-toe skipping.
That's the nice way of saying a couple extra steps that he got away with.
Tippy-toe skipping. I like that one.
Porter. Over to Tomlin.
We're going to have to put that in the Smith & Jones new addition to the glossary. Like the Urban Dictionary, they're always putting new stuff in. We've got the Plinko and the cookie jar and the saloon doors, and we're going to put that in the Smith & Jones dictionary. It's time to dig that one up and put it back on sportsnet.ca on the website.
All right, we've got to update the glossary.
All our glossary terms that we had, 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago when we were not only calling games but trying to educate a fan base.
Trace Jackson-Davis foul.
Tippy-toe skipping. Tippy-toe skipping. I like how you've turned my jump stop into a bunny hop.
Yep.
So I'm still conventional and old school. I'll still call it the jump stop. Learned that from one of our colleagues who was a coach when he was in the NCAA. Great use of the jump stop and the way it can be used by offensive players. But
Trace Jackson-Davis knocks down both free throws. Raptors down 126-113 with 45 seconds left in the ballgame. Larry Nance Jr. with the ball, hands it off on the perimeter. To Tyson. High stepping through traffic. Throws up the shot over the extended arm of Jackson-Davis. Missed it, and it's picked up by Toronto. Across center comes Grady Dick. Grady. Into the far corner inside the arc. Trace Jackson-Davis to Jamison Battle, missing the three ball. And the rebound comes down into the hands of Ellis. That should do it. The Cavs likely will dribble out the clock. Cleveland is going to hold court and take game one as the fans stand at Rocket Arena. And the Cavaliers will indeed strike first and take a 1-0 lead in this series.
You're a tennis guy, Eric. They have held serve.
Yep.
Nothing big for the Raptors. All right, you lose game one on the road. You weren't able to steal it, but you got a couple days to prepare now and see if you can figure some of the other stuff out before you head into Monday's game. There were some bright spots, some things that were good, but definitively some things that you do need to work on to contain and curtail this Cleveland team.
Amit Man and Blake Murphy are standing by with the postgame show. We're going to come back with a couple of thoughts and comments before we hand it off to those guys, and they will keep you covered as there is a lot to talk about following a 126-113 loss. Toronto dropping game one to the Cavaliers on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.